Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. Man, I'll tell you, there's a lot of videos coming out of the Ukraine. A lot of learning videos. Man, uh, uh, the thing, well, first, I just saw a video and they were showing that some tanks that are downtown, and one was a tank and one was a personnel carrier, and they're running around in, I don't know if it was a square or not. I mean, it wasn't that big of a cleared area, but it was enough where they could run around, and they were running around. And man, was it Molotov cocktails? They were just dropping everywhere on them, and that I don't think is going to do much damage. I don't think. But the people in those things, I know, were scared. They were terrified. They were moving. They didn't stop. I think they were probably in the thinking, if we stop, then everything's going to fall down on us. So they just kept moving and kept moving. And I think also it was civilians they were going up against, because they weren't just killing everybody like that. They weren't like that. So I think it was a bunch of civilians that they had to deal with. But that made me think already, when I was in that community down in Oklahoma, we were prepared for personnel carriers and tanks. We had all the equipment we needed to make them so they weren't as usable as they thought they were going to be. So I think now, and it's because I was telling them all this stuff. Now you can see this stuff happening, and so it's going to be a little different. Now, I thought it was odd, because I talk to people and I tell them, I don't know how many people have told me the gold and silver is worthless. You can't eat it. Okay, and you're right. You can, but it's not going to really do anything in the way of help nutritional. But okay, you see these people, mostly women, with their bag in the subway, and I made a question before. I wonder what's in that bag. And okay, now if they packed it full of food, that would be a good thing, you would think, and it would be. But the thing is, now how are you going to sleep? Or just plain, now they're being invaded, so then that's one thing. So it's not so much the criminals you're going to be worried about yet. But like I say, as a few days go by and people start getting hungry, even if they're not the Russians coming in, they're going to be criminals. They're going to take your food. So the first thing they should have done, this is where the gold and silver comes in. You don't even need, if you have a pocket full of one pocket full of gold, one pocket full of silver, you can pretty much make it through. You don't need a big old bag. But what you need to do is find the people that have this bag, and offer them some silver. And we've talked about how much silver you need to eat. And then now, if I was the one with all this food, that I would work out a deal with you, I would also work out a deal with you to stay close and help protect the food. And and why? Why would I do it to me? Well, that's because I'm the one that I didn't want to take it. I'm not begging it from you. I'm going to give you something for it. And it'd be the same thing if they had a bag full of guns and knives and stuff like that, you're going to need somebody to help you protect it. I mean, you're not in your home in a nice, safe area. So, and how are you going to find the people that you would want, help protect my guns and knives, and I'm going to go to sleep? Where are you going to find the person to do that? Well, somebody that was willing to give you something might be the place you need to start with. And then I say, so if you get 4, 5, 6 of you like that, you can't trust everybody, but out of those, you might be able to do something. And so there's things you need to think about. How are you going to work out a deal? Who are you going to work out a deal with? And what are you going to work out a deal using? And I know a lot of people try to say barter, and I guess it would be bartering, but it's not. I don't barter this substance for your substance. When I barter, it's me. It's me. When I work out a deal, and the reason is I do it differently. Okay, you give me something to eat and take care of me, stuff like that, and then I might cut some firewood, dig a hole, something like that, but I also give you something, and then in the way of gold and silver. And then when that happens, and I've already been fed, I already got the food and everything like that, so I didn't need to do this. So I'm not really bartering. What I am is showing you what kind of person I am. And that's the way I do it. So I don't really just, I'll give you this for that kind of stuff. I don't do that. That's because I generally already have the stuff. And then if something that I don't have, I want to give you gold and silver. But I would rather try to work it out without giving you gold and silver. And then I give you the gold and silver when I don't need to. That should tell you something about me. And this is the way I do it. And I would do the same thing under the conditions that they're in. And I say, so watch these videos. They're very interesting. If you see something that doesn't make sense, or it's kind of odd to you, make a comment about it. I'll make a video about it. But anyway, just wanted to let you know, this Mike, NoStressMike.com.